Right. I'd love to read about Kingdom Financial Institute so that you understand who we are and our background. So at this point, Coach Isaac kindly project our mission and vision statements so that we get a background of who we are.
Coach Lucy, I am so sorry. My computer is acting up. I need a few minutes to be able to fix that.
That's okay. I might have those slides, so bear with us just a moment. Um, Right. I hope you can all see my screen. Kingdom Financial Institute, who we are. We are a leading financial literacy school committed to empowering and educating first generation wealth builders to build, preserve, and transfer wealth based on biblical principles. Our vision statement is to be the premier destination for first generation wealth builders seeking to transform their financial futures. We aspire to create a global community of informed and empowered individuals who, through our guidance and resources, can build substantial wealth, protect their assets, and leave a lasting financial legacy for generations to come. We envision a world where financial security and generational prosperity are within reach for all who seek it, regardless of their background or previous financial experience. Our mission statement is to provide first generation wealth builders with the knowledge, tools, and strategies they need to achieve financial success and create a lasting legacy. We are dedicated to fostering financial literacy and promoting wealth building opportunities while ensuring that our students have the skills and confidence to navigate the complexities of wealth preservation. Ladies and gentlemen, that is who we are as Kingdom Financial Institute. So feel very much welcome to this session. And I hope you will take something out of this. And this will not be your first and last time if it's your first time here. And at this juncture, I'd like to read about our founder, so that you also get to understand the brilliant mind behind Kingdom Financial Institute, um, behind Kingdom Financial Institute. And then I will welcome the speaker, who is also our founder tonight. Right, so our founder is Coach Isaac Kubvoruno, who is a seasoned financial literacy consultant and wealth building coach with over 23 years of entrepreneurial success. He's driven by the biblical mandate to create generational wealth, as exemplified by Proverbs 13:22, that says that a righteous man leaves an inheritance for his children's children. Coach Isaac is also the visionary behind Kingdom Business Academy, which is an institution that offers Bible-based business coaching, leadership development, and entrepreneurial guidance. Coach Isaac's holistic approach and profound understanding of the intersection of faith and finance make him a sought-after speaker, coach, and mentor dedicated to helping others achieve financial success and leave a lasting legacy. Kindly help me welcome Coach Isaac to take over. Welcome, Coach Isaac.
Thank you very much, Coach Lucy, for such a blessing that you are to this community. Thank you for leading us, and thank you for your dedication. My sincere apologies. My computer just kicked me out. I am trying to log in again on my computer, but right now I am on my mobile phone. Nothing is going to deter us from learning what God wants us to learn today. Welcome, everybody. Thank you again. Thank you to all. I can see there are many people that are struggling that are getting in and out. Yeah, I pray that that bug will be fixed, because I see there are quite a number of people that are coming in and kicked out, and they're trying to come in again, and they're kicked out. We pray that that may be resolved soon. I am one of those who have been kicked out, and I'm in, and I pray that I won't get kicked out again. Now let me double check. Can you all hear me? Please type in the chat. Yes, if you can hear me. Can you hear me and see me?
Yes, we can.
All right. Thank you very much. Thank you so much. I'm trying to see here if I can give myself administrative rights, because I was just kicked out as well from my laptop, which is where I would rather operate from, because that is where we have the slide. But I think I'm back. Let me see if I can share my screen. Give me a second, please. How are you, everybody? My sincere apologies for this technical issue that we're facing right now, but I hope it's saying this is crazy, because it's telling me that the host has disabled screen sharing, which the host is me. Let me try again to see what's going on here. Okay, I think for some reason, I don't know if you can see 3 of me on there. It's supposed to be only one of me, but it's making me 3. Let me see what happens after that. Okay. It's telling me now that I'm the host. So let me try to share here. My sincere apologies, but we will get around this, and we will share today's message, which is very, very transformative. Imagine that I'm back. Imagine that. We thank God for this. All right. All right. We are Kingdom Business Academy, our Kingdom Financial Institute, that came from a Kingdom Business Academy. I want to welcome you all who are here, who are new. We are going to learn some things that are going to benefit us. Today, we are going to talk about investing in dividend earning stock, especially REITs. We are going to focus on REITs only. I've talked about REITs while we were talking about non-traditional investment opportunities, which are part of my book that is coming out in a couple of weeks. And we also talked about REITs as part of dividend earning stock investment, right? But today, I just want to focus on REITs only. I won't talk about anything else. REITs only. All right. So please find a space for yourself where you know that you are not going to be able to be disturbed by anybody. Find a notepad, find a notebook, and we will learn something new today. Now, we always want to start here where we are saying that generational wealth building is a biblical mandate. Generational wealth building is a biblical mandate. And we are talking about investments because for the greater majority of time, people that talk about investing are people that are already wealthy. And then the rest of us only talk about saving. And you and I must know that if we are not investing, the only thing we are doing is saving. We cannot build wealth just by saving. So that's why we are talking about building generational wealth. That is wealth that you are not able to finish in your lifetime, but wealth that you will pass on to the next generation. We know people that do this, and they seem to know some things that we do not know. And I'm here to share with you those things. And we are saying, actually, even the Bible itself talks about investment, talks about our mandate, our biblical mandate to create wealth, not only for this lifetime, but for the generation to come. Right. So the Bible says in Proverbs chapter 13, verse 22, for those that are here for the first time, the Bible says, a good man leaves an inheritance for his children's children, but the wealth of the sinner is stored up for the righteous. A good man, a godly man, a righteous man leaves an inheritance for his children's children, which is generational. So we are talking about the ability to create or to generate wealth that will be used or utilized by the generations to come, the third generation. And the Bible also talks of that anyone who does not provide for his own family, especially the members of his own household, the Bible says that person has denied their faith and they are worse than an unbeliever. All right, so that's a biblical mandate. And then lastly, we read from First Chronicles chapter 29, verse 26 to 28, that David, the son of Jesse, was king over Israel, and he ruled over Israel for 20 years, 7 in Hebron and 13 in Jerusalem. And he died at a good old age, having enjoyed long life, wealth, and honor. And his son Solomon succeeded him as king. That is the desire of God for all of us. Now, the question we are talking about now, investing. The question is, why invest? Why do we need to invest? Why don't we just save? Why don't we just consume everything in this time? Why do we need to invest? Number one, a 9-to-5 job will not make you wealthy, right? Will not make you wealthy. All right. And then I know there's a typo there. You cannot work your way to wealth building. It is impossible to work your way into wealth building. So what it means is that you cannot exchange your time for money and become wealthy. The reason being that you can only work for so many hours and for so many years, right? So, but you can actually invest your money and the money works for you. So saving accounts are paying less than inflation rate. So that if you have money in the savings account, you are losing money. Because if it's in the savings account, what it could buy last month, it cannot buy this month. What that money could buy last year, you are not able to buy this year. Why? Because the money in the savings account is losing value while it's sitting there, because you are being given interest which is lower than inflation rate. So we need to invest. The second reason we need to invest is that spending money without growing money guarantees that at the end of the day, you are decreasing in net worth. So if what you are doing is just getting money, and after you get the money at the end of the month, you have nothing, you have spent the money. At the end of the day, you have less, right? So your money must work for you. You don't work for money, right? Yes, in the initial stages of your life, it is important that you work for money as you are generating your portfolio, right? But at the end of the day, you want to ensure that you send your money as soldiers that are working for you. Wealth builders use their money, and their money works for them. Money doesn't work, money works for them, but they don't work for money. So you have to examine yourself, your financial plan. Are you working for money, or your money is working for you? Are you making money in your sleep, or are you losing money while you sleep? So the goal of investing is where you actually make money even while you are sleeping. The person who owns McDonald's, they don't work for money. Money works for them, right? Anyone who owns a franchise, who is a franchisor, not a franchisee, but a franchisor, they make money even though they are sleeping, even when they're on vacation. Why? Because their money is working for them. So the question that you have to answer that shows you if you are an investor or you are a consumer is that, is your money working for you, or you are working for money? Right. So what it means is that if you get sick, if you get incapacitated while you are unable to work, do you still earn money? Right. Because the owner of Walmart, they don't have to worry about anything. Even if they are sick and in hospital, they still earn money. Right. Why is that? It is because their money is working for them. They don't work for money. But the Walmart employee is working for the money. So if they get sick, the day they don't go to work, they don't earn. The goal of life is that you become an investor. You become a wealth builder. And part of that is that you stop working for money and you start to send your money out to work for you. So that's what we're going to talk about. So we're going to talk about one of those vehicles that allows you to make money while you are asleep. And these things are legitimate business or investment opportunities. And today we are talking about REITs. What is a REIT? Right, a REIT. A REIT, or Real Estate Investment Trust. The REIT is the acronym. It means Real Estate Investment Trust. It is a company that owns and operates or finances income-generating real estate. Now, the majority of people believe that the only way to own real estate is to actually build a house or buy a house or buy a building, and then manage the building and manage the tenants and collect rent and fight for those with those that don't pay. That is another way of doing it. There's nothing wrong with that. You can invest in real estate directly by owning property, directly by getting a real estate license and actually developing real estate. You can do that. But there's another way of doing it. In that way, you don't have to own the real estate. You can own a piece of it, right? You don't have to manage it. Somebody else is managing it. You don't have to run around collecting rent. Somebody else is doing that. It is a smart way of entering the real estate investment opportunities without owning property, without managing it, without collecting rent, without banking it. Somebody else is doing all that for you, yet you are benefiting from it. That is what we call REIT investment, investing in REITs, right? Where do you get these REITs? These REITs are sold or traded, right? So you have to have a brokerage account, which is another thing we talked about last time. If you don't know about how to open a brokerage account, just go to our YouTube channel. I have a video on there that explains how to open a brokerage account. Any investor, if you are serious about investing, you are not able to invest if you don't have a brokerage account. Serious investors, they even have brokerage accounts for their children. Because in investing, there's one thing that is very important that works for you, and that thing is called time. If you lose a month in investing, you have lost thousands of dollars because of compound interest. Compound interest is one of the wonders of the world. And why people don't utilize it, I do not know. Anyone who is serious about building wealth, they utilize these two things, time and compound interest. What it means is that in investment, you need to start early as possible. If this is your first time to learn about investment, start today. If this is your first time, if you've never heard about it, if you've never started it, time is of essence, because a day or a month can make a whole lot of difference. So you have to utilize time, but you also have to utilize compound interest, where you invest on a regular basis and you earn dividends month after month after month, but you don't consume the dividends. You don't spend the dividends. You reinvest the dividends, so that when they calculate interest the next month, they are calculating interest on interest that you got in last month. Imagine doing that for the entire year. Imagine doing that for 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30 years. You cannot even begin to compare with somebody who is not investing. What it means is that with time and compound interest, you can quadruple your money. You can multiply it by 10 if you start early. That's why serious investors, they open accounts, dividends accounts for their children. Even there's a law, actually, there are certain accounts that are only open for children if you invest within certain days after birth. Imagine that. Because they understand that once you do that, you have set your child for life. Imagine investing $300 a month for a child who was born today, and how much that will be in 18 years. Do you realize why some people's children seem not to even worry about anything? Because they were set up well financially the day they were born, right? while we buy our children Nikes and Gucci's, somebody is buying REITs for their children. The most ridiculous thing I've seen in life is a mother or a father who buys an expensive brand name sneakers for their children. And that same child does not have a college fund. That same child does not have an investment portfolio. Sneakers they grow out of in 3 months, worth $200. I mean, you ask me, that is one of the craziest thing ever. Investors don't do that. Investors don't try to look rich while they are actually poor. Investors actually, they look poor while they are actually wealthy. They drive good, used, reliable vehicles. They don't buy new vehicles that depreciates by 30% in less than a year. How some people do that, I really don't know. But you cannot, if you're a serious investor, if you're a serious wealth builder, if you are in this for the next generation, if you want to break the yoke of poverty for your children and their children, you cannot be a consumer. You have to be an investor. And you have to do it on a monthly basis or on a weekly basis, understanding that you have to invest from every paycheck. Consistency is a key factor in building wealth. So you have to understand that every dollar makes sense if it's invested. That's why I say to you, if you go into the household of somebody who understands investment, if you go into their house or in their car, you will not find quarters and dollars and dimes lying around. You will never find that. Why? Because they understand the power of compound interest over time. That $1 over time is hundreds or thousands of dollars because of compound interest. So anyone who's serious about building wealth and who understands the mindset that builds wealth, you will not find in their homes, in their bags, in their pockets, you won't find any penny or dimes or nickels. You will not find them. Why? Because they understand the power of investment. So we are saying that owning a part of a REIT is one of the smartest decisions you can make in your life. Owning REITs, real estate investment trust. Now, what are the key characteristics of this vehicle? Number one, REITs are regulated by the government. I mean, these are my favorite investment vehicles, REITs. Why is that? Because while every investment has a potential for risk in it, REITs are the lowest in risk. I am not saying they don't have risk. Every investment, doesn't matter which one, all investments have a potential for risk. But REITs have the lowest risk. That's why they are my favorite. Why are they my favorite? And why do they have the least risk? Number one, they are regulated by the government. The majority of investment vehicles, they are not regulated. These are private companies. They just do whatever they want. And as a result, many people lose money by investing where there is so much risk. Number two, because they are regulated by the government, here is what they are mandated to do. They are mandated, they are required to distribute. They are required to distribute 90% of their taxable income to shareholders annually in the form of dividends. Imagine that. Tell me any company out there that distribute 90% of their taxable income to shareholders. None whatsoever. But REITs are required by the government. They are mandated by the government. If they don't do this, they are in serious trouble by the government. They are mandated to distribute 90% of their taxable income, which means the company itself only retains 10%. And 90% they are required to distribute, to share among all its shareholders. That's why the rate of yield for their dividend is so high. We'll talk about that later. The next one is that REITs, they are required by the government to invest at least 75% of their total assets in real estate or in real cash or in US Treasury bills. I mean, I have never seen any investment vehicle that is protected that much. What it means is that their total assets cannot be put in any vulnerable investments, which means that the government is protecting you and me who are investors in REITs. Just try that with all other ordinary stocks. You can't do that. The CEO makes his own decision on where to invest. They can invest in RD, or they can actually take that money and put them in their pockets. Not with REITs, because they are regulated by the government. They are required that all 75% of their assets must be in the form of real estate or real cash or US Treasury bills. You can't go wrong with that. Next, they are required, I mean, this is so good. They must derive at least 75% of their gross income from rents, interest on mortgage, or real estate sales. Nothing else. They cannot play with your money. They cannot, because they are required to invest 75% of their assets in investment. Therefore, it also says, even in the gross income, 75% must come from real estate. I love these REITs. I really do. Why people don't have REITs in their portfolio, I don't know. Right. And they are traded. REITs are traded on the major stock exchanges, making them highly liquid compared to directly owning real estate. Those are the key characteristics of REITs. You cannot compare that with any other form of investment. And it doesn't make sense for anyone who's serious about investing in any way not to have REITs in their portfolio. I am not saying invest in REITs alone. No. Even the Bible tells us that when you're investing, you must diversify your investments. Right, which again are the principles of investments that all of us must know. Biblical principles of investment that you must know. I just finished writing a book on that, right? Which will come about probably in a month or so. The biblical principles of investment, right? But for today, we are saying that if you are serious about investing, please consider having REITs as part of your portfolio, if not the greatest part of your portfolio. Why? Because of the things that we just talked about. They are required to distribute 90% of their taxable income to investors like you and me. As a result, right now, as I'm speaking right now, there is no investment that has a higher return than REITs right now. Right? Do you know that right now, if you know where to invest in and which REITs to invest in, you could be getting close to 15% return, annual return on your investment. That is unheard of. Some REITs actually pay upward of 16%, more than 16%. I've never heard of anything like that. And why you or somebody else does not have an investment in REITs, do not ask me why. I don't know. If you're serious, this is something that you need to do. Now, I'm going to share with you some examples of REITs. Examples. I mean, the information that I'm giving you here, there are many people who are dying to get this information. This information has made some people very, very wealthy. You don't find this information anywhere for free. But I'm sharing that with you. Not because it's not valuable, but it hurts me that my people don't have this knowledge. And they have their money in savings account where the money is losing value because they're getting yields that are lower than inflation rate. It does not make sense at all. I was talking to a gentleman a few days ago who has $50,000 in a savings account. I almost got sick. $50,000 sitting in a savings account, earning 3-point-something%, and he was so happy. And I said to him, do you realize that you are losing about $500 every month? He says, what are you talking about? And we calculated, just say, okay, what is the annual rate of inflation today? And what are the fees that you're being charged in that account? Ridiculous fees. And only to realize that he's actually losing around $500 a month in the value of his money. So that money has been sitting in a savings account now for a year. What that $50,000 could buy last year, today it can only buy around $45,000 worth of things. It's sad, but that's the reality. And it doesn't make you a bad person, but you're losing money anyhow. Now the question is, what's the solution? I am glad you asked. The solution is to be an investor, where you are earning way more than the inflation rate. Banks, I wish you knew the purpose of banks. Banks were never designed for your benefit, for the ordinary person's benefit. Banks don't benefit you. Investing does. Now, I'm going to share with you, please get a pen and paper. I'm going to share with you examples of REITs And all of these REITs that I'm going to share with you are part of my investment portfolio. I'm sharing with you where I invest. I'm not saying invest in those. No, I'm not recommending anybody because nobody here pays me for this, right? I am just sharing with you where I invest. The decision on where to invest is up to you. But here's what I challenge you to do. Do your due diligence. Don't just invest in them because you saw me investing in them. All right, number one, you can take a picture of this. I got this from the internet today, from the websites of these companies and other places. Right. That there, ERP Properties is a REIT. And the REIT costs $41.46 today. Tomorrow it could be different. Right. When you look at the graph, it's not exciting. Of course, it's a REIT. REITs are not exciting because not many people know about them. So they are not exciting at all. You will never hear even TV stations that do investment. You go there, they won't even talk about REITs. Why? Because they don't know about them. Please trust me on this one. They don't even know about it. How I know is because I've been in those places. All right. So this REIT here, it not only is it growing in value as a stock value is going up, but if you look at the bottom where it says DV yield, at the bottom in the middle, DV yield, it talks about dividend yield. Annual dividend yield is 8.25%. That is high. It is above the national inflation rate. You will make money if you invest in them. That's why I have them, right, in my portfolio. They're not exciting at all. It doesn't matter whether it's going down or up. They will still pay you a dividend. Some REITs pay you dividend month after month, monthly. Some pay you quarterly. Every 3 months, you get your dividend. And all you need to do is open a brokerage account, look for ERP Properties, purchase as many as we want, right? Because one stock of them is $41. I know you can afford that, right? You can actually invest on a month-by-month basis. You can buy a share, at least a share a month. By the end of the year, you will have 12 shares of that. That's not the only one. I'll share with you again another one. ARMA, residential REIT. Beautiful. Look at the dividend yield at the bottom in the middle. 14.88%. Tell me any bank account that gives you that much. That's ridiculous. If you don't take advantage of such, it only means that either you didn't know they exist or you just don't know how to do it. And this is why we are doing what we are doing, to show you what is possible out there. Someone is earning 14.88%. Imagine with compound interest. Imagine with compound interest how much that will be in a year, in 2 years, in 5 years, in 6 years, in 10 years. Imagine if you were to purchase, imagine it's just only $19.25 per share. Imagine that. You can buy 20 shares, you can buy 30 shares, you can buy 200 shares. And you can keep buying that on a month-to-month basis or from every paycheck. You can buy those and earn 14.88%. I mean, imagine if you keep doing that until you retire, how much money will be in your retirement account? That's where we realize people are retiring multi-millionaires, and people wonder, where do they get this money? While they have their 401ks, they're also doing their own personal retirement account investment through vehicles like this. I mean, I'm saying that it's so easy. All you need to do is to open a brokerage account, and you fund your brokerage account. You transfer money from where it is sitting in your savings account, where it's losing value. You transfer it here into your own brokerage account, and you begin to buy shares of REITs, and you automate the system. I mean, you can just set it up and fold your hands. This is where I said your money begins to work for you. You are not working for your money. That's what investors do. That's what wealth builders do. They invest in vehicles that earn passive residual income. Passive. Why is it called passive? Because you just do it once and it's automated. You set up a direct deposit. You can do that from your own company where you are earning your paycheck. You can instruct that direct deposit by percentage or by dollar amount that comes directly into your investment account. Automated. And month after month or quarter after quarter, you earn dividends. I mean, this thing is exciting if you know what to do. Next one is, I'll share with you again. It's AGNC. Look how much it is, a share. $9.64 today if you purchase today. That's where it ended today. It's $9.64. $9, less than $10, you can buy a share. I mean, you can actually buy 10 of them every month if you want. You can actually even buy 20 of them. It's possible if you only stop buying $300 sneakers and buying $700 rims and many other things where we consume the money that we could actually invest. You can open an account for your child and do this for them on a monthly basis. And you can actually show them and teaching them how to invest. Because you are not a wealth builder for the generation if those that are going to inherit it are ignorant of how to invest. Next is one of my favorites, GNL. I mean, this one, and I wish they would give me money. I've promoted this company. You know, thousands of people have bought their shares. But I don't do this for the money here. I'm do this to inform you because I have them on my portfolio. And They pay. Look at the dividend yield at the bottom, in the center, at the bottom, 14.88%. 14, almost 15%. Yet the stock value is also going up. You see there on the graph, the stock value is going up. So you are earning double. You can compare with somebody who has their money in the savings account, or some actually keep their money in the checking account. You can't compare that. Ladies and gentlemen, those that are building wealth are not different from us. Those that are building wealth have not two heads. They are just like you and me, but they do something different. They invest. They really invest. The difference is that while we earn the same amount of money, they do something different with their money. Before their money hits their checking account, they pay themselves first. They invest from every paycheck. Oh yes, they invest from every paycheck. And they utilize time and compound interest. For those that are serious, I recommend that in your brokerage account, you turn on the drip feature. The drip feature just means that when you get your dividends this month, they are automatically reinvested. You don't have to do anything. You just toggle. That's all. When you get your dividends, they are reinvested automatically. Over time, you double, you triple, you quadruple your money. We have 5-6 minutes to go. I hope I've helped somebody. Now, for those that want to do this on a serious level, and you want somebody to guide you through the process, we're saying you can actually book for a one-on-one consultation, which is actually absolutely free. 45 minutes with me for free on a one-on-one. Now, after that, you can decide on whether you want a package that I can be your personal financial wellness coach until we can go through the opening of a brokerage account, and then I can show you what I do. Like I said, all you need is somebody who can show you the process. But you don't need me. You can just follow what I just told you, and you can go and invest on your own. You can still do that. You can go and learn with little money until you are sure that I know what I can do. And then from there, you keep increasing. But for those that are serious, they say, you know what, I want to do this right now. And I want to be serious right now because, like I said, time is of essence. Every year that you waste without investing, you will never catch up with somebody who's starting today. It's like insurance. If you get a quotation for life insurance today, right, and the life benefit or death benefit is $1 million, and they say pay us $100 a month today. If you go back to the same company for the same quote a year from now, your premium is up almost double. So investing, you have to utilize time. If you don't do it now and start next year, you will never catch up. I can promise you, you will never catch up with somebody who started today because of compound interest. because they're going to earn dividends for a year, and that those dividends earn compound interest on them. And then you start next year, this time, you will never catch up with them. Maximize your time. Maximize compound interest and build wealth for the generation. Should you want to do one-on-one, Coach Lucy will share with you the link, or you can reach out to us. You can phone, you can send an email. Coach Lucy will send you, and you will also share an email, and we'll make that happen to you. My desire is that we can build a community of people that are serious about investment. Tell me or show me your friends. Show me your friends, and I'll show you where you and your friends will retire. And I can even go and show you the retirement village where you will be. Right. You have to surround yourself with like-minded people, people that are not just consumers, but people that are investors. We have to admit that as a people, the majority, do you know that they say that 98% of the population are one paycheck away from bankruptcy or poverty? They live, 98% of the population, they live from paycheck to paycheck, regardless of how much money they earn. Actually, those that struggle the most are those that earn the most. Have you realized that even when you get an increase, a raise, it doesn't matter, because it is the mindset, it is the habits. The more money you get, if you don't change the habit, the more power you have to buy. We must understand that in order to be generational wealth builders, we have to stop living from paycheck to paycheck. We have to stop purchasing and purchasing and purchasing and purchasing. We have to stop buying stuff, buy stock. Amen. Our houses are full of stuff. Our garages are full of stuff. We even have storages outside, it's full of stuff, some of which we will never utilize. Our children have so much stuff under the bed, there's stuff in the closet, there's stuff after stuff, while others are buying their children stock, shares. Then wait until they graduate. Then that's when you realize that, oh, I did not do what I was supposed to do. Instead of buying them stuff, let's buy them stock. Let's buy them shares. Let's show them, here's your money. I'm putting all your money here. You get this money when you are 18 years old. Let them see you do it. You are building a habit in them. You are inculcating values you are passing on generational wisdom. The danger is that if we don't do the things that I'm talking about here, if we remain ignorant about how to invest and build wealth, the sad reality of life is that ignorance is shareable. What I don't know, I'll share to my children. What you don't know, you will share to your children. Ask yourself this question. If I don't know, and I share what I don't know with my children, what will become of them? The reason why we did not inherit anything from our parents should not be the reason why we don't pass on inheritable assets to our children. I'm challenging every one of us here who are here. If you did not inherit anything from your parents, your children must inherit something from you. And this is why we're saying in this community, we will hold each other accountable. We will hold each other accountable. And if you remain with me and you come here every Thursday at the same time, we've been doing this now. We're almost clocking 2 years of doing this. Whether there's one person or two people, I am here every Friday, every Thursday, sorry. If this information can save one person, if it can benefit one person, I will be the happiest man. Why? Because behind that person, there are 10, 20 people. Behind those 10, 20 people, there are 200 people. This is for the generation. And that's why I'm doing it. I'll do my part. And I pray that you will do your part. I'm challenging you. If you did not inherit anything from your parents, your children must, it's a mandate, they must inherit something from you. But here's the thing. If you don't educate them, if you don't make them financially literate, the money that you are working for right now, the house that you have right now, when you die before your grave is dry, all those assets will be blown away if those that inherited are ignorant. So part of building generational wealth must involve also sharing generational wisdom. It doesn't matter what you inherited from your parents. If you inherited zero, your children must inherit something in generational financial wisdom so that they can also teach their children. This message is for the generation. It's not just for you. Learn it for you, but also learn it for your children and your great-grandchildren, so that we may fulfill the mandate of God that says a righteous man, a righteous woman leaves an inheritance for his or her children's children. There is no going back. You can no longer say, I don't know, because you were here today. Come back again next week. But I say to you, if you are serious about doing this, if you don't want to wait for the hourly, weekly webinars, and you are saying, no, I want to take this to the next level, I want to be serious in it, you need to reach out. I think Coach Lucy has already shared the links where you can book a free consultation, 45 minutes to an hour with me. And we sit down, I hear you. Then we can set a strategy to get you from where you are financially to where you need to be, and begin to see yourself grow financially. I'll end with a story, which I always want to share. A couple of years ago, one young man from a certain African country approached me after he heard me talk about this. And this young man said, sir, what can I do? Imagine, it was his first year in America. He says, what can I do? He says, I have a financial burden. You can only see me, but behind me is my mother and my siblings and my nephews and nieces. I am the only one who has graduated high school. I'm the only one who has graduated in college. And I'm the only one who has crossed over to America. I have a burden to make a difference in my family. What can I do? We sat down. I remember him sitting down in my office. I mean, he was literally crying because of the weight of responsibility. Imagine, as a student working He had to work full time because he had to send money home to help his mother. We sat down and we put a strategy together. You know, this was around 2015, somewhere there. Today, as I'm speaking to you, this young man has built a net worth that people who have been working for the past 50 years can only dream about. He was working the same jobs that you and me are working. But the difference is that from day one, he became an investor. I told him, man, here's what I challenge you to do. Right now, you don't have the capacity to give back home. He says, what do you mean? My mother needs some. I said, yes, I know she needs something. You are going to send to her only that which she needs, nothing less, nothing more. But it's going to be temporary. While you are building in you the capacity to make a difference. I said, do you want to make a difference to her, or you want to keep giving her pieces and piecemeals and piecemeals? He says, I want to make a difference. I say, here's the way to make a difference. Build the capacity in you to make a difference. Invest in you first. Oh, he did that. Invested in him. And he started investing in stocks and in other vehicles. Like I said, I wish I could tell you in monetary terms how much his portfolio is today. As a result of that, he has built his mother a brand new home. That's making a difference. If he had continued the way he was doing, he would be doing the same today. He opened an investment account for his mother and funded it. Instead of sending that money home, he funded that account. Guess what's happening today? Month after month after month, it's generating residual income. And out of that, it's going, the drip feature is turned off so that the money can be transferred into his mother's account. She's sitting well. That's making a difference. You can do that. You can do that. If you have never done this, I challenge you, try it and see the difference between you and the people that are building wealth. Is that they took action on the knowledge that was shared with them. I'm sorry I've passed now, but I'm passionate about this. Today, my reward, what makes me go to sleep and sleep like a log, what makes me fulfilled is seeing others like me, others who look like me, who were in conditions like I was, turn their lives and they transform from being consumers to being wealth builders. Here we are teaching 3 principles: how to build wealth, how to preserve it, and how to pass it to the generation. This is for your generation. Over to you, Coach Lucy.
Thank you so much, Coach Isaac, for a wonderful session. I have been blessed personally. I don't know who else has been blessed. If you have learned something from this session today, type in the chat and tell Coach Isaac thank you. Or if you have a question as well, kindly type it in the chat. If you have a comment, type it in the chat or unmute yourself. We can take 1 or 2 questions because of time. Yeah, so if you have a question, kindly unmute yourself or type it in the chat. And as you do that, I hope you saw the consultation link that I sent in the chat. Feel free to make a booking if you need to, so that you can have a one-on-one consultation session with Coach Isaac. And if you have a question as well, even beyond this, you can send it to Kingdom Financial Institute at gmail.com, and we'll be sure to respond to any financial questions that you may be having. It doesn't have to be on REITs that we just learned. As long as it's matters to do with finance, feel free to always send your questions to Kingdom Financial Institute. Right. We also have a YouTube page called Kingdom Financial Institute. Kindly follow our page on YouTube, and you'll get to see all the recorded sessions. So even this session will be posted on the YouTube channel, and you can always recap and get to see what you missed or refresh on this, so that you're able to stay informed and keep this information alive and not just a one-time thing. All right, at this point, I'd like to welcome all our visitors. We want to say a big thank you to anyone who's joining this for the first time. I think I see Tafadzwa, I see Tokozile, I see Sandra. Thank you. I see Chadazia, sorry, Jones, if I mentioned your name wrongly, or pronounced your name wrongly. But thank you all so much for taking this time to come and be with us tonight. We hope that this will not be your first and last session. And feel free to make Kingdom Financial Institute your home and your regular place to be on Thursday evenings. I can guarantee you that you will never regret this. Tokozile, actually, I remember you. Sorry for that. But for all of you as well, thank you for joining. Please keep doing this, and most importantly, please invite one or two people. I'm sure each and every person here has someone or two people or three people who you know who can benefit from this. So don't be selfish to want to learn this information alone. I believe there is power in uplifting others. So kindly share this link with them next Thursday as well, so that they may also benefit. Share the YouTube links as well for those who are not able to join live, so that we grow as a family and we impact other people's lives as well.
Coach Lucy.
Right. Yes, Coach Isaac.
I also wanted to say to everybody, should you be in a position to invite us to your church, we have just started a collaboration project where we are working with churches and organizations to share this information. We've already done one example of that, and we are actually pursuing more on that, on financial literacy and wealth building, right? Should you be a member of a church where you are saying, I want this information to be shared with my fellow brothers and sisters for empowerment. You know, the church has always been on the receiving end. And we are saying that as kingdom citizens, we cannot just be on the receiving end where we are receiving tithes and offerings from our members, but we also need to empower them so that their tithes and offerings will be tithes and offerings from thousands and hundreds of thousands of dollars into millions, not just from our paychecks. So you don't have to be a pastor of a church. You can actually steer that, where you have a conversation with anybody who you know can listen to you and say, hey, if you want a recording of this, it's going to be on you or available. Take this recording and say, hey, pastor, or whoever is in position to make that decision. This is information that is Bible-based, that our people must know, right? And then once you get a green light and the pastor says, man, this is good, let's do it, then you gather a team of people that are going to work with you to make the event successful. Then you reach out to Coach Lucy, and we will tell you exactly how we can do it to make this happen. I mean, this here is the power to transform people's lives. We are even reaching out to other organizations. Any organization that is working for the empowerment of people, we are reaching out to do do that with them. We already have appointments that have started coming up. And if you want to do that, it doesn't have to be live. Although live is our recommendation, but we don't have to be live. We can do sessions for your people wherever they are, to teach them about financial literacy over Zoom, just like you have done it. So please prayerfully think about how you can be that catalyst that makes a difference in the lives of people around you. It doesn't have to be a church. It could be an organization. It could be a company. Most companies are beginning to do this now. So just do it. Wherever you are, the people that are around you need this information. So reach out. We'll collaborate with you and make a difference in the lives of people. May God bless you. Over to you, Coach Lucy.
Thank you for that information. Again, if you'd like to reach out to us about partnership, please write us an email at kingdomfinancialinstitute@gmail.com, and we'll be happy to partner with different churches where you belong. So thank you in advance as you think about that and recommend other churches, organizations, wherever you're plugged in. Feel free to do so for the empowerment of others as well as the generations to come. At this point, I'd like to close us off with a word of prayer. Let's pray. Thank you, Lord, for this amazing session that we just had. Thank you for each and every life represented here tonight. Thank you because they have special needs that they may be wanting for you to take care of them. King of Glory, may you meet each one of them at their points of need this night. May you be with them. May you be with their families. May you protect them. May you give them health and sound mind to do what they need to do, King of Glory. Thank you for Kingdom Financial Institute, a platform that you have given people so that they may be able to make the best out of themselves, all for your glory and honor. May you continue blessing our master coach and founder, Coach Isaac, that he may continue to pour this blessing into us as we transfer this to the generations that will come ahead of us, King of Glory. Thank you for each and every person who will listen to this recording later on. May you bless them and be with them and keep them. And even us as we disperse, may you keep us and be with us until we meet next time. In Jesus' name I pray, believing and trusting. Amen. Thank you once again, everyone. I've been your host, Coach Lucy. It has been such a pleasure to have all of you here tonight, and I hope that you will continue joining. Thank you for your consistency. I see this is family. Most of you have been very consistent, so thank you so much. Continue doing this, and you will be blessed. We will see you again next week, same time, same place. Thank you.